Hello everybody. Well, we have so many improvements to slope rules, I thought I'd better do a video. So let's just jump in, and this is will be quite obviously unscripted, but hopefully I'll hit the important points without too much trouble. I'm going to go to full screen now as I normally do, and go up to Tools and Slope Rules. Now, some new buttons. You already know that we can delete now, so if there's a old rule, I'm starting totally fresh, so I don't have any, but if there's an old rule you want to delete, you can delete it. We also have a rename button, so you can give it a better name if you change your mind later. Let's go ahead and just create a new rule, and so I'll add a new condition for this by long rule, and we've got a few defaults here. I'll just go up to new value, and the first thing you'll notice that's changed is we have more than just moving average now. We've got the commodity channel index indicator, moving average as before, number, which I'll explain in a moment, RSI, and the Williams percent R. So we've already greatly expanded the nature of the rules you can put in. Number is just that, it's a number, you know, like 100 or 50 or 37 or whatever you like. And you'll see how that works in a second. So let's just choose, and again, I haven't done this in advance to see what works well, but let's just choose CCI and now, as with moving averages, you'll notice, and this is frankly why I began this project in the first place, because already we do something better than anybody else. You have an instant visual feedback as to the nature of the things you're constructing. So we've got this slider here, and you can experiment with it to see what parameters seem most useful with respect to any given indicator. So that's CCI. I could choose Williams percent R. Same deal. And so I'll do this one as an experiment. I'll just kind of monkey around with it, and round about there we'll use as our Williams percent R. And so I've got now 100, happens to be 182 days on the Williams percent R. And I'm going to go back to that for a second, and I just want to see something real quick on that percent R. And I just, what I'm doing here, okay, 20, and all right, I just wanted to see what kinds of values were there to work with. So why don't we say do a by if Williams percent R crosses above a certain number, and I don't have a certain number yet, so I'm going to create a number of I think it's negative 80. So I've entered negative 80 as my number, and we'll save that. And as far as a condition to sell, we'll use the same Williams percent R crossing below, and again I'm going to enter a different number here. And let's say negative 20. Now, incidentally, this user interface we're going to be changing it constantly, and so I'm okay with this method of number entry. But if you've got any brilliant ideas, let me know. Obviously, the simplest thing is just to blithely type it here, but there's certain reasons why we want to avoid that. But anyway, I'm open to suggestions. So I honestly don't know if this is going to yield anything. So I'm going to go down to the test button. And all it does is it tests it against the spiders, and it's not too bad. Well, it's not great either. So we've got 8 winning trades, 3 losing trades, so 72% winners, and that seems good. However, the losing trades are pretty nasty compared to the winning trades, so that's not such a wonderful rule set. I told you I didn't do this in advance. So let's do this. Let's try something different. And this, I mean, the main reason I'm doing this video is to show you the new features. So I'm actually kind of glad we're struggling around here. Let's try RSI instead. And as before, we can mess around with this. And you know what? I don't like that one. I'm going to go back to CCI. Try something different here. And we will do like so. All right, that looks pretty interesting. So we'll do this CCI, and in this instance, the numbers are call for something different. Let's do this instead. Let's do a new value here of, and I'm just going to remind myself what's meaningful and see. Okay, 100 and negative 100. So let's do this. Let's create a number of negative 100. In other words, when the CCI crosses above the negative 100 line, then that's a buy. And then CCI crosses below, and the number we'll use here is just 100, positive 100. And so that'll be our buy sell trigger. And so there's 100. All right, so CCI crosses above negative 100, CCI crosses below 100. Let's test that. All right, that's better. So we've got 36 trades, 30 winners, 6 losers, vast majority of winners. Overall positive. The losing trades tend to be nastier than the winnings, but there's so many more winning ones that it turns out to be positive. So not going to win any awards, but that'll do. And so, and you can see already how helpful that test is, because imagine going back and forth through this dialogue. It would be a huge waste of time. So anyway, we'll save this, and we'll just call that CCI demonstration, and say OK. And we've got it. And so, as before, you could go to the watch lists and right-click on anyone, like the spider, which we've already got, and apply the SPY rules, and I've slope rules, and I've already got just one rule, as you know, because we're just starting fresh here. So we could choose it from there, or as a time saver, we've added it to the right-click menu anywhere on the chart, so you don't have to go to the watch list anymore, and it'll just apply it. Now, there is another spiffy new feature I wanted to tell you, which is these, you already knew about these green trade boxes that were there, but look at that. Now you can point at them, and it tells you the entry point, the exit point, and the percentage change. Pretty spiffy, huh? So anyway, we've probably added other things, but this is enough. So I will let it go at that, and please experiment with it. Let me know your own ideas and any bugs you happen to trip upon, but getting better all the time.